Fasting is no food and drink from dawn to sunset. And to be honest, it's more than not having food and drink. It's more about working on your spirituality, connecting with God, being kind to those around you, and working on yourself and working on your spirituality. So yeah, as well as it's no food and drink, there's a bit more to it. But yeah, we're getting through it, and by the grace of God, we're going strong.
Yeah, I've got friends of mine who actually find it one of the special times of the year. I remember having a chat. Do you look forward to it? And they go, yeah, no, I do. Don't look forward to it on a daily basis, but at the end of it, you just feel very different.
Yeah, you're right. I think physically you feel different. Obviously, you lose a bit of weight, unless that's, of course, if you're not stuffing your face at night, which obviously that's not the aim of the game. But I mean, yeah, it's quite a spiritual time. You have more time to yourself. As you can imagine, as you know, I find myself having more time in the day to spend in worship and prayer, because I realise how much time I actually waste having food and drink and the odd coffee here and there in the office. So yeah, it is quite a spiritually rejuvenating time. And like your friend said, it is something we look forward to every single year. And it's just a time to work on yourself and work on your faith. As the Holy Quran says in chapter 2, it's a time to become righteous, the fasting period.
So would you say it's made you a better person then?
Do you know, every single year I try and set myself goals to work on them during the month of Ramadan especially. And then I hope and pray that those good deeds or those good changes I made in my life during this month, I'm able to carry them on. And then next year when Ramadan comes, I'm able to work on a few more good deeds. So you just try and get all the good deeds and your spiritual goodness in a bank, so you can try and work on them throughout the year. So when the time comes again next year, you can make a new target list and work on them. So yeah, it's a really interesting period and one which a lot of Muslims look forward to.
All right, so talk me through like the day. Do you have events every evening at sunset then?
So as an Imam of the Ahmadi Muslim community, I'm hosting people from the media, journalists especially, at Britain's largest mosque, the Baitul Futuh Mosque, which is southwest London. So due to now obviously the COVID restrictions being lifted to some extent, we're able to have those iftars in the evening where we can host people. So most evenings from now on until Eid celebration, we are having some guests to iftar at Britain's largest mosque. So it'll be a tour of the mosque, and we'll open the fast with the community, and then we'll watch the people pray in the mosque, offer their evening prayer, and then sit down for food. And it's a really nice evening just to get to know people and also just share thoughts and ideas.
Right. And so look, I'm just looking at the sunrise this morning was 6:17. Sunsets at 19:51. Do you actually go on the sunset in the UK or where? Yeah, because I think different sort of areas, sort of sometimes it's with Mecca or whatever. How do you go with the sunrise and sunset then?
So it's really important, of course, to go with the sun, so the dawn and the sunset time in your own country, because you can imagine, obviously we're praying in this country as well, so we follow the timings of this country. So yeah, we follow the timings of the UK. That would make more sense, because there's no point opening the fast. It's with a different time zone in a different part of the world, because you might be fasting for many more hours. So yeah, it's always important to follow the timings in the country you live in, wherever you might live across the world.
All right, so when sunsets at 7:51 tonight, are people sort of literally sitting there waiting to eat something or drink something?
I'll give you my own example. I think everyone is obviously looking forward to opening their fast. For me, in my house, it's time for the kids to go to bed. So we're toying between trying to get a date in and a glass of water, trying to get the kids to bed in time. So it's a bit of a manic in my house. But yeah, it is a time we look forward to opening our fast, even if it is sat by the kids' bed with a date and a glass of water, trying to shush them to sleep. But that's just part and parcel of life. So it's to say the least, it's a very interesting evening during these 30 days in the MD household.
Amazing. Now, look, you're known as a young Imam. How old are you, and how can we find out more about you?
Yeah, so I'm known on social media as literally the young Imam on all social media platforms, and the work I do on there is just to help people understand Islam, remove misconceptions, and through my 20-second videos every day that I put out there, gives you a dose of the Islamic teaching, maybe a dose of how we're feeling today while we're fasting, maybe a dose of how we open our fasts at the Young Imam on social media platforms all over the show.